So anyway, what's up, guys? This is Ty Zen. With me today, I have Kirk Ballou, the owner and founder of an app agency in Dallas called Touch Titans. Say hello, Kirk.
Hey, guys.
All right, so many of you guys know him. I introduced Kirk to you guys a few weeks ago, or a few videos ago. He's building the CoinPouch wallet app, mobile wallet app for the iOS. And do you have it out on Android now? Or
it's in the works. It's
in the works. Okay.
Yeah.
So Kirk and I are just cruising down to the city of Austin, Texas, which is about 3 hours south of the city of Dallas, where I live and where Kirk live. And we're going down there to have a meeting of the minds here, okay, about some different crypto projects that we're working on. And so in this video, guys, I want to talk about some of the updates that Kirk has done to the upcoming updates that he has done to the CoinPouch wallet, okay? And I hope that you guys benefited from the first interview that we did, where Kirk brought to our attention the Verge privacy coin, okay? It's done well, so I want to thank you publicly for bringing that to my attention. That's probably one of the best trades I made this year. It was a nice 200% gain in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why it's good to meet people that's in the crypto world, guys, because there's 800 and something cryptocurrencies out there, and you may not be aware of all of them. Okay, so I just want to thank you publicly for that, for bringing Verge to our team's attention. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, so in this video, guys, I want to share with you guys some updates that Kirk shared with me, which I thought was very interesting. So you after we did that first video interview about CoinPouch, your CoinPouch wallet app, talk about how you were contacted by the Rivetz project.
Right. Well, one of the chairman at Rivetz reached out and made the connection, and he connected
because of that video we did.
Right. It was the day the video came out that he reached out, and connected with Rivetz, and that partnership made a lot of sense for both sides. And if you saw recently, we announced this partnership. So basically, it's going to give CoinPouch will be one of the first mobile wallets with Rivetz technology integrated on the market, and very excited about that.
Okay, so just because you're a software engineer and you own so just so you guys know, Kirk's app agency is called Touch Titans, and what they do is if someone needs an app or software built, they go to him, and then he looks at the specifications that people bring to him, and then he looks and builds it for them. So like who are some of your customers? Because a lot of them are like Fortune 500 companies, right?
That's right. Microsoft, Red Bull, CNN, Nat Geo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're not new to the building software game. You've been in it for a while.
Yes.
And you're like one of the oldest app agencies in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Yeah, we've been there. So we're an 11-year-old app agency. We started it in 2005. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're venturing into the cryptocurrency world, and so before we talk about why you integrated the Rivetz technology into the CoinPouch wallet app, right? Talk about we've already had Steven Sprague, the founder of Rivetz, right, on our channel to talk about Rivetz, and then we brought one of the Rivetz advisor, David Johnston, to come and also explain it. And then we've also had LeonFu.com, the Honorable Grandmaster, the Oracle of Crypto, come on and explain it. But when these technologies come out and they're new, I always like to get it from different perspectives because different people explain it different ways. So what, in your words, what is Rivetz? Okay, what is it? And then we'll look at why you decided to make that decision to incorporate it into the CoinPouch wallet.
It's enhancing the security of mobile wallets by using the secure element is essentially the same sort of architecture you see on a hardware wallet, like a ledger or
okay, so I have a Trezor in my hand right here.
So this secures your keys on the what they call the secure element or the trusted execution environment. That same chip is on your Android and iPhone devices, and only software that's signed off by the chip maker, Intel, can run on there. And Rivetz has access to that. So only signed off software by Intel can run there, and that means that Rivetz will be able to enhance the security of our mobile wallet by securing your keys in a part of your phone the rest of the phone doesn't have access to. So it runs completely separate from the rest of the operating system.
So, but basically you're saying like your iPhone right here.
Right.
So basically Rivetz allows you, so there's a part of your phone that, the piece of hardware in here that is completely separated from everything else in the phone, and that can serve as a hardware wallet. And what Rivetz is doing is that it's allowing you to protect your private keys in that portion of the phone.
Right. That's completely separate and protected from everything else on the phone. So
even if there's a virus or malware or a Trojan on here, it cannot access that.
That's right. Yeah.
And when you say that it cannot access that portion of the phone, that trusted execution environment, right? That part of the phone, like, how secure is that? Because, you know, like, when I first hear about that, and there's people out there that hear about it, you know, like some of the quote-unquote conspiracy theorists, they always say, oh, you know, like, you may not be able to access it, Kirk, or Ty may not be able to access it, but I'll bet you there's hackers out there that can access it. So how secure is that?
The secure element is basically, that's where Apple keeps your Apple Pay credit card number. You know, that's where the most secure parts of your identity, your credit cards, that's where it's stored on the phone. It's completely separate from the rest of the operating system.
And who has access to that? Who's allowed to access that? Like, can I access that? You know, if I'm a computer hacker or a software engineer, can I go into your phone and access that portion of the phone?
No, even if you break apart the phone. So basically it's secured to your device. So how Leon was talking about, it's not what you know, it's what you have.
Yeah.
If you have your phone, that it's not out on the network anywhere. It's encrypted to your phone.
Okay.
So even with like if you had a scanning tool hooked up to your Android device, it's not part of the regular operating system that someone could just scan and look at what's there, right? So
basically, according to Steven and the founder of Rivetz, and according to David Johnson, the advisor to Rivetz project, they both said that only a small number of people have the authority that are vetted, to be able to access that trusted execution environment by Intel.
Exactly.
Or the chip manufacturer.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy process to pass to get access to it.
Yeah.
And apparently Steven Sprague and the Rivetz team have went through the certification process to show that they're legitimate people and they're able to access that portion of the phone, so that allows it to become like a Trezor.
Exactly. Yeah. So you're allowed to, with sign off from Intel, they'll be able to create this SDK that mobile wallets like ours will be able to basically use the software that Rivetz is creating. So they'll have software running on the secure element that will be able to store and encrypt our keys on that part of the hardware that's separated from everything else, right?
So that even if there's a virus or a Trojan or a malware on your phone, it still cannot access your private keys to control your cryptocurrencies.
That's right. It's completely separate. Like you said, it's a separate environment.
Okay, so now talk about why you decided to, obviously it's for security, to enhance the security.
Right.
And then what made you decide to, or what made Rivetz decide to reach out to you, and then what made you decide to incorporate the Rivetz technology into your mobile app?
Well, you know, they reached out to us, I guess, because they saw value in the CoinPouch, a multi-currency secure wallet. And then, you know, for us, it's a no-brainer. It enhances the security for our users. So it's a win-win for us, right? Okay,
so essentially what you're saying is that by incorporating the Rivetz technology into your CoinPouch wallet, it essentially turns my smartphone into a hardware wallet similar to Trezor or Ledger or any other key or any of that?
Well, it gives it a similar architecture. What they use, which is secure element on the device, it's using the same kind of architecture that a cold wallet uses, right?
Okay. Now, would you put that on the same level of security as a hardware wallet?
Yeah, I mean it's doing essentially the same thing, right?
So once you do that and you incorporate that into CoinPouch, is there any reason for me? I mean, like if they're both the same security level, then I can pretty much keep my coins on the phone and use that as a hardware wallet.
Yeah, and that's kind of up to the individual. What would be considered a hot wallet, usually people don't keep all their funds there.
Yeah.
Like I keep the funds that you'd want to be able to move around versus the ones that you would put away in a safe or whatever.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. But so once you incorporate the Rivetz technology into CoinPouch, then I can essentially use that. Like I can get an old phone, an old smartphone, download the CoinPouch wallet onto it,
right,
and then use that whole phone as a hardware wallet, similar to Trezor.
Yes.
And then turn the power off and disconnect it from the internet.
Exactly.
I mean, turn the power off and just put it in the vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, when is the expected release that? Are you guys going to release that within a month from now, late 2017, early 2018? Or is that like top secret or what?
Well, I don't think I could say the exact. We're working alongside Rivetz as they build out their SDK. So as we do the Android build, it's a few months out for us, and then we're going to, as soon as the Rivetz SDK is enabled for us to integrate it, we'll have that out with it, right?
Okay. So now the CoinPouch wallet, right? Since we last spoke, have you you care to share any new coins that you are researching to incorporate into the CoinPouch, or is that also under wraps? Or you don't have to share it if you don't feel the need to, but
we just launched the update that integrates Verge.
Okay.
So the community voted, and Verge got the most votes, and we integrated that. We are talking to, not naming any specific brands or teams, but we are talking to several professional sports teams. And also we have an update coming that will, it's kind of an off-chain instantaneous notification solution where I send you 12 Ether, you're instantly notified that I sent you 12 Ether.
Even before the transaction is confirmed by the network?
The transaction, the network confirms it received my transaction, and if you're using, it's pouch to pouch. So if you've got CoinPouch and I've got CoinPouch, you would get an instantaneous notification that those funds were sent, but confirmations still need to happen in the blockchain.
Okay.
It's just an indicator that an action happened. If I say I sent you 12 Ether, you're not sitting there 12 hours later saying, hey, where, know that action actually happened, right?
Okay. And both parties are just waiting for the confirmation from the network, right? Now, are you running servers behind the scenes to operate CoinPouch, or like let's say what's going on behind the scenes here to make all this happen?
Yeah, so we are running servers to do that, like for Verge, we're running essentially a node to just like you would for any of the other ones, like Dash or Pivx or anything. So yeah, we do that essentially to feed transactions into the network, right?
Okay. And then now I think I spoke to you offline one time, and you mentioned that the way that you design your team designed CoinPouch, that it can be private labeled, or what is it called, private label or white label?
White label.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that's where we have brands that are looking to get into blockchain, where we can create their own coin and do a white label version of CoinPouch. So all the same functionality, being able to brand it to a specific company or a specific team, right?
Okay, so let's say that I'm a new cryptocurrency project out there,
right,
and I want to do an ICO and I need a iPhone or Android phone wallet app.
Right.
So I can just reach out to you, and then you guys will look at my coin, and then what do you call that? White label it or private label the CoinPouch wallet so that it fits for my coin.
Right. We'll evaluate it and see if it makes sense. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially what we'll do is create a coin that goes with it and do a branded version of CoinPouch.
Okay, for that specific cryptocurrency.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So if
Uh,
someone's interested in that, they just reach out to you at Touch Titans.
Yes.
Okay.
Sales@touchtitans.com for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you guys do that, just reference that you guys saw us mention about that on this video, and that way Kirk will know, and then he'll go over that with you guys. So anything else new that's coming out for CoinPouch that's coming out that our viewers might be interested in?
We've had a lot of cryptocurrencies reaching out, wanting to be on there, and we really, we took to heart what you said about community, and that's a big factor in what we'll look to integrate.
Yeah.
Also the coins that maybe don't already have an iOS or Android solution out there. But definitely next on our plate is get Android out there. We're really pleased. Everyone's, there's a large community with Verge that's been really happy with CoinPouch. So we just want to do more of that. There's ones like Pivx, there's Factum. There's a lot of good coins out there that we're looking at.
Okay. And let's say that a coin community would like to get their coin onto CoinPouch,
Right.
onto your wallet. What is the process? Do they just contact you at Touch Titans, or do they? What is the process? Like, if I'm a cryptocurrency project and I want to see if my coin can show up on your wallet, right? What is the process? I mean, do I reach out to you? Do I have to pay you to put that on there, or is it just I have to show to you that it's a real cryptocurrency? It's not a scam or something? What's the vetting process?
Yeah, that's one of the major things. We want to make sure that it's a legitimate coin, that it's got a good community behind it, that it's got decent volume, is on some major exchanges, and yeah, some are offering bounties. So right now we're looking at, we want to get everything currently on our plate out the door, and then basically go through the lineup of which coins to add next, right?
Okay, so one of one of my concerns, or what would be going through my mind as a trader and investor, considering to use your CoinPouch wallet, right?
Right.
One of the things I would consider is that I noticed that it's not open source.
Right.
But you mentioned to me offline that open source is not always as secure as people think it is.
Right.
And could you talk about that so that the viewers will know the difference between open source software versus closed source software?
Yeah, I mean, in open source, there's definitely a lot of value in that in projects, but people seem to think that obviously that hasn't panned out. There's been several flaws in the open source community, right? So
yeah, well, one of the biggest ones that just happened recently was with the Ethereum multi-signature wallet,
right.
called Parity.
Right.
And that wallet was created by the inventor of Ethereum. Like, a lot of people think that Vitalik Buterin is the one that built the Ethereum software. It's actually Dr. Gavin Wood.
Right.
Yeah. Ethereum was the white paper was written by Vitalik, but the actual production software or the working version of it was actually written by Gavin Wood, and he was the one who built the Parity multi-signature wallet, and that got hacked, and there was millions of dollars that was lost in it before they were able to fix it.
Right, and there's value in transparency with open source, but there's not a guarantee of the quality of vetting that will happen, right? And it's not that the engineers that had flaws in their system that it was necessarily their fault or anything. It's just that there's not a guaranteed level of vetting that goes on, whereas in the industry, when we build an app, there's third-party vetting means that that a professional engineer is being paid to go line by line through that code and really hammer it and look for holes. And you know, that's one of the things when we do a white label wallet. That's where, you know, companies are paying us for quality software to be able to white label and use for their own. I think that's the kind of standard that needs to emerge with open source, that there needs to be a standardized level of vetting that goes on, right?
Yeah, so just so the audience knows, when you say vetting, right, you're talking about like quality control,
right?
Like quality assurance that the software does not have like fatal bugs or flaws in it,
right?
And you're saying that in the traditional world of software engineering, that it's normal to pay for an outside firm to come in and inspect the software for dangerous or missing code or something that could be a fatal flaw in it.
Right, and that's her job, is to hammer on it, look for holes, try to break it.
But the argument from the cryptocurrency world is that,
right,
you know, it's open source and most projects offer bug bounties, you know, like a reward system,
right,
for software engineers like yourself to go in and review their software and find bugs, and they'll pay you, right? So what's your thoughts on that? Doesn't that work?
It does to an extent. It's just like, how many full-time, you know, like high quality engineers are spending their time doing that, you know?
Yeah, that's always been a question in the back of my mind. Like, yeah, for example, when Leon was working at Dell Computers, you know, they were paying him a crap load of money,
right,
to do their iOS software engineering, and he's not gonna waste time going looking through code for bug bounties.
Right, he's gonna make more money.
Yeah, he's gonna make more money doing it for you know, Fortune 500 companies.
Right, and at the same time, look, like, that's not open source. Definitely has, like, where you want to make sure there's, like, especially when there's a ICO or a new coin created, you want that to be open source to make sure there's nothing shady in there, anything like that. But it's not inherent security just because it's open source, right?
Yeah. Okay. So with your CoinPouch, you have it go through like an auditing firm or an inspection firm,
right,
a professional software firm that's their job and their role is to inspect software.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you white label it and create it for a private cryptocurrency, for a cryptocurrency project, they can rest assured that you're just not saying that it's safe, but there's outside firms that inspect it and say that it's safe.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing the updates with CoinPouch and your insights on wallet security and stuff. Right. So thanks for watching this video, guys. If you guys like this video on CoinPouch and how they're incorporating the Rivetz technology to secure the wallet to make your phone into essentially a Trezor or a Ledger Nano hardware wallet to keep your coins safe. If you like these types of videos, give us a thumbs up. If you guys don't like it, give us a thumbs down so we know not to waste time making it. And then we'll see you guys in the next video.
Take care.